Jaguars made a statement. The team is victorious at home for the first time since last December. But most of the talk this morning is centered on this moment. Jalen Ramsey and AJ Green, 18 with the Bengals, get ejected for fighting. News for Jaguars analyst Mark Brunell joins us here on the morning show. You know, you would think under other circumstances it would be, you know what, these may really be a bunch of guys who are playoff contenders. But no, everybody's talking about this.
That's what we're talking about.
And the big point of contention is people say, well, Ramsey just shoved him. He didn't punch him. And I thought that's what it takes to get thrown out of a game.
Well, you see there that he pushed him in the back. And, Bruce, that happens all the time. I think the ref blew this. Now, the referee called him the instigator. Guys are getting pushed around all the time. It doesn't mean it leads to a fight. Now, what AJ Green did, grabbing him behind the neck and bringing him down and punching him, please don't ever do that to me, Bruce. Don't ever do that.
Fine?
Huh?
Will there be a fine?
A hefty fine from the league. But, I mean, you see right there, I mean, that's about as bad as you'll ever see in an NFL game. And but in Jalen Ramsey's defense, he pushed him in the back and got ejected for it. The punishment did not fit the crime as far as I was concerned.
Yeah, Coach Marone, listen to this. He was kind of matter of fact about it.
Things unfortunately occur. It's not something that, you know, we like to do or be a part of or want to be a part of it. But obviously, you know, it happened, and I didn't see him. You know, like I said, I didn't see much because I was on the opposite sidelines.
Now, I've never seen this before, but the Jaguars actually released the full transcript of the conversation that the referee had with the AP reporter at the time. And here's what was said. Question: why was Jalen Ramsey ejected from the game as a result of the altercation with AJ Green? Ramsey of Jacksonville was ejected for a flagrant personal foul, which started the altercation, which resulted in a punch from Green of Cincinnati. They were both disqualified, meaning instigator, like Mark was saying. Follow-up: was Ramsey shoving Green to the ground result of an automatic ejection for Ramsey? Allen: I don't want to use the term automatic because it would have been a penalty on its own, but we also had a fight. We ended up with a fight by Cincinnati, but we had the instigator in Jacksonville. Therefore, they were both disqualified. So to recap, 18 threw a punch, which was the reason for the ejection. That was number 18 of Cincinnati. He was fighting. And Ramsey didn't need to throw a punch to get ejected. That's correct. You don't have to throw a punch in order to be disqualified. Your take. Did the ref overreact?
I think he did. He's right. I mean, the referee can eject you for anything, but it just doesn't really make sense. Really, all Jalen did was push a guy in the back. I mean, if you watch an NFL game, you'll see 10 of those throughout a game. It's an emotional game. Guys get feisty, and there's some pushing. And really, if AJ didn't retaliate the way he did, it would have been a penalty on Jalen, and that would have been it. Jalen was done after the push, and yet he gets ejected. Again, the referees blow it sometimes. In my opinion, they blew it this time.
So had that fight not happened, this would have been the big story. The Jaguars looked solid. First win at home in the better part of a year.
Yes.
I mean, they looked playoff contender-ish.
They look impressive right now. Their defense is absolutely dominating. Obviously, the run game has been solid. And the biggest thing to me is Blake Bortles is playing well. They're 5-3. They're halfway through. The rest of their 8 games, they've got some tough games. The rest of the schedule, I'm never going to say it's easy, but there are some favorable games. We'll put it that way. It works to
their benefit.
It works to their benefit. So you got to feel good about this team right now.
And Blake was Blake after the game, and he said, look, we know what we've got to do, and we're getting it together. Here's what he thought about his performance.
Yeah, I feel good. You know, I mean, we're a running team first. I think there's no secret about that. I think everybody knows it, but that doesn't mean we don't have the ability to throw the ball. You know, we run the ball because that's what we're most effective at. That's how we can control the game and control the clock, keep the other offense off the field. So that's what we do, you know, and we're good at it. So when there's times that we need to throw the ball, we're good at that too. We got guys outside that can win. We got guys up front that can block extremely well, and we can make plays, you know, down the field in the pass game as well.
And no turnovers.
That's the key. That's the key. When you have a good defense and you can run the ball, if you just don't turn the ball over, the chances of winning the game skyrocket. And he's made very good decisions with the ball. And yesterday, he made some critical throws on third down that really impressed me, things that we hadn't seen in the first part of the season for the most part. But he looks comfortable. He looks poised. He looks confident. He looks like a quarterback that could lead his team to the playoffs.
And he did it, and I don't want to discount Leonard Fournette, but he did it without Fournette, who, by the way, ESPN, one of the reporters tweeted, neither Fournette nor AJ Ramsey was in the locker room after the game. Huh.
They got out of Dodge before they had to talk to guys like you and me, the media guys. They're probably pretty smart, but that was disappointing about Leonard Fournette. And Listen, he violated some team rules, whatever they were. He missed a meeting or he missed a team photo. I don't know the specifics of it, but obviously it was enough for Doug Marrone to say, listen, you're not playing. That is significant. And I can guarantee you, Bruce, that now you won't hear this from a teammate of Leonard's, but I can guarantee you they were upset because when you aren't playing, when you're suspended for a game, you're letting the football team down, and that is absolutely unacceptable, even for a star player like Leonard Fournette.
Because it is all about team.
Yes.
We'll be talking more about this tonight on the Mark Brunell Show. Mark and Cole live from Sneakers at the Beach. Come on by. You can also watch it on CW17 and go to newsforjacks.com to read Mark's Monday morning quarterback column. Look under the sport. You heard what I said earlier. Look under the sports page. He's trying to start a fight with me.
I'll lose.
All right, break it up, you two.
You're out of here. You're suspended.